Wembley hosts the FA Cup semi-finals this weekend, and Championship club Sheffield United will be looking to cause an upset against Manchester City in the first semi this afternoon. The Blades, as we know, are on the verge of promotion, and City are going for an historic treble. Let's hear from Manchester City's new midfield maestro, John Stones, who says the FA Cup is a competition that means a lot to him and his family.
My parents have always been a big lovers of the FA Cup, watching it from when they were kids and what that meant to them, and to win it the first time, I was super proud to be able to bring that to them, and them experience that.
The full-time whistle blows, the clean sweep is complete. Manchester City make history again. They set standards again. They are the winners of the FA Cup by 6-0.
So yeah, to do it again, I'm sure it would make a lot of people happy, and especially me.
It is live on talkSPORT, this game from Wembley at 4:45. And joining us to look ahead to it is a man who played for both clubs, former defender Keith Curle. Keith, good morning. How are you?
Morning, Natalie. Morning, Cascarino. Very well, thank you.
Are you, Keith? Easy one for you, Keith, isn't it? With both your former clubs going really well, one in the Championship, and obviously City fighting for the Premier League and in the Champions League semi-final. A bit of a different clubs than, it's a bit like me with Chelsea. I say it's not the Chelsea I know. It's probably like that for you with City, isn't it?
Massively moved on, but glad to have still played a part in the of where they are now. Even though I must admit, there is a little bit of me that wishes I was a player now.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, the days now. Although then again, Keith, when you were playing, you did very well. You had a great career, so you played for some great clubs as well. You've got to be proud of what you've achieved.
Yeah, definitely so. I think, but if you have a look now, the way that Pep has changed the foundations of the football club and how they play and the identity that they've got, is phenomenal.
I was going to say, Keith, it's always difficult. Look, you've done management, and you've obviously at different levels, and you see players, and then you see a club like Man City, and how a coach works, and for Paul Heckingbottom as well, it's like. The Premier League gives you so much privilege in many ways, and the higher you go up. But for you on the outside, you look and think, what their decision making is just so top end that Pep Guardiola, you feel like you're learning even you watch his team play.
Yeah, definitely, and it is. I must admit, when I watch Pep play, you'd like to be able to say you pick up things from being in the sport and being an ex-player, and you think, right, how can I relate anything of that into my team? And like I say, you manage in League One, League Two clubs, very difficult, mainly because of the quality and the calibre of the players. But the ideas are there, and you see very quickly what he tries to do. And it's, like I say, it's a learning curve as a coach, watching him play. Watching his teams play.
Yeah, and I imagine that the fact that, we've seen it many a time with Pep Guardiola and some of the players that he's transformed into different positions, and we're seeing it now with John Stones playing in a sort of midfield role at times. The way he can revolutionise players, that has to be so impressive, doesn't it?
Massively. Again, I think with Kyle Walker as well. I think something that you saw when Pep was playing as a back four, and he was getting one of his fullbacks to roll in and be as an anchor in midfield to counter the counter attack. Again, eventually, I think everybody knew that Kyle Walker was going to be playing as a right side centre back because he's got the athleticism to turn a defensive position very quickly into an attacking position because of his pace.
What have you admired about Sheffield United, Keith? Because obviously they've had a really good season and look like they're on the cusp of being a Premier League team. A lot to be proud of about the way Paul Heckingbottom has gone about his business.
Yeah, definitely, and I think his backroom staff as well. Stuart McCall. His name's gone now. Straight at me. He had the ex-centre forward, who's the first team coach there. Is again, I think how they've handled themselves this season. They had a little bit of a blip. Now they've come again at the right time of the season. Now they're scoring goals. They've got that confidence back. There's a bounce about the city at the minute. Like I say, I still live in Sheffield, so I know all about how well they're doing. And again, I think there's there's an element of, did Paul Heckingbottom really want the job when he was offered it? I don't think he did, first of all, because of his allegiance to the previous manager. Big shoes to fill when he left. But again, they've come again. They've maintained the identity, which is hard work, grit, determination, and a never say die attitude. And that's testament to the city as itself.
It's a big ask, isn't it, for Sheffield United to cause an upset today? And if they do so, they'll be the first team since 1991-92 for aside from the first lower division. From a lower division to beat a top flight club in the semi-finals since Sunderland did it against Norwich. If you were Paul Heckingbottom, then Keith, what are you saying to your team ahead of kickoff? Apart from not all the tactics, just what are you saying to them? How can you get at them?
I think probably all the Sheffield United players, squad, supporters would have been watching Man City on the Wednesday, thinking, glad that they played on the Wednesday in the Champions League, and saying this is a great opportunity for us now. Again, as a coach, you go out and you're thinking, right, if you have a go at Man City and you have a full press and you chase them all over the park, they're good enough to pick anybody apart. If you sit deep and allow them to play in a way that they play, you won't see the ball for 70 minutes. Personally, I think Paul Heckingbottom will get his team up for it and not give them any space and go for it. It's a one-off.
Yeah. And Keith, yourself, I mean, obviously last job was Hartlepool. Are you looking to get back in, or are you just happy to have a break and see where it takes you?
No, I'm enjoying my break, but I'm a football person. I love managing, I love coaching. It's completely different to playing. The responsibility and the mindset and the mentality that you have as a coach, completely different as a player, just turning up, performing, and trying to gain results. When you're a manager and a coach, it's all consuming. Every minute of every day, you're thinking, how can you improve individuals? How can you improve the football club? How can you send positive messages out to the supporters of what you're trying to create? I'm enjoying the break. My golf's getting a little bit better, but I want to get back in.
And you're heading to Wembley?
Yes, I'm going down. I've been asked to do a little bit of hospitality again.
Fantastic!
So it's nice that I can't today. I can't lose.
Indeed. But just one last thing on Manchester City: can they do the treble?
Yes.
Oh, Keith, that's what I like. Positivity.